self-evaluation test of The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Sarowan, along with the self-evaluation test of 20 questions, including two extracts. I'll be discussing the theme, the irony, and the character sketch. So let's get started with the theme first. Now, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Sarowan is a captivating short story which oscillates between the innocent desire of Murad and Aram and their obligation to keep up with the tribe's honor. So, this is the main idea behind this story. Two children, so young children, they have their own desires. So, उनकी अपनी इच्छाएं हैं और एक तरफ उनकी इच्छाएं हैं और दूसरी तरफ उनकी obligation है towards the principles of the tribe. सो वो ट्राइब के लिए वो प्रिंसिपल्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो ये बच्चों को भी पता है. सो द स्टोरी इट ऑसिलेट्स बिटवीन दीज टू थिंग्स. So both the boys they have a deep fascination for horse riding and they are pretty aware of the abject poverty of the tribe. So when Adam sees Murad sitting on a beautiful white horse, he doesn't want to believe that he has stolen the horse because their tribe is famous for honesty. So पावर्टी है, एक्सट्रीम पावर्टी है, सो वो जो डिज़ायर है वो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट पावर्टी वो पूरी नहीं कर सकते. इसलिए जब एरम उसको देखता है मुराद को एक ब्यूटीफुल वाइट हॉर्स पे बैठे हुए, सो उसके दिमाग में एकदम से ये स्ट्राइक करता है कि ये जो हॉर्स है स्टोलन है, बट ही डजंट वांट टू बिलीव इट. But he knows that Murad cannot afford it. So, to fulfill his longing to ride a horse, he justifies the action with the reason that they have borrowed the horse for the pleasure of riding and it is not stealing till they don't sell it to make money. So, जब डिज़ायर जो है वो प्रिंसिपल्स पे हावी हो जाती है, सो दैट इज़ वन मोमेंट इन द स्टोरी. सो जब एरम जो है अपना एक्शन जस्टिफाई करता है दैट उन्होंने तो वो हॉर्स जो है सिर्फ राइडिंग के लिए, दे विल बी इंजॉइंग राइडिंग, so they are not going to make money out of the horse. So till they make money, it's not stealing. The story talks about the importance of family traditions and values. The Garogalian tribe has a reputation of being honest and trustworthy in spite of the fact that they are poverty stricken. Stealing for them is out of question. No one ever in the tribe would even think of taking advantage of anybody in the world. So another theme is importance of family traditions and values. So family traditions और values जो हैं वो बहुत important है for Garogalian tribe, to which these both the boys belong to. But they are poverty stricken. In spite of that, this tribe had been honest for around 11 centuries. So nobody in the tribe would ever think of taking advantage of anybody in the world. Now, when the boys they come face to face with the real owner of the horse, who shows his faith in the morals of their tribe, the boys become conscience stricken. They overcome their momentary disengagement from the deep rooted ideals of their tribe and return the horse to the rightful owner, thus protecting their tribe's honor. So another theme is that you can momentarily you can disengage with your principles or the character, but then in the end, if it is deep rooted inside you, like these boys, the principles and the values of the tribe they were deep rooted inside them. So ultimately they are able to decide between what is right and what is wrong, and ultimately they return the horse to the rightful owner. So therefore through Murad and Aram, the author not only reaffirms the value of strong character building but also shares the dilemma of the young between emotions and reason. So beautifully this story it deals with the dilemma that is going on in the mind of the young children. So they are young, they are not mature enough to understand, and this story beautifully portrays that. So this is the theme. Now I come to the questions, the self evaluation test. So if you are not new to my channel, so you already know that I'll be showing the questions first, 20 questions first. You can pause at each slide and you can answer them if you want to try. And after 20 questions, I'll be giving the answers. So these are the first 5 questions I won't be reading because I don't want to take much time. The next 5 questions, so you can pause here, you can read the questions and you can try to answer them. I'll be giving the answers after 20 questions. The next 5 questions, so making it 15. As I said, I'll be discussing the character sketch. So 15th question is the character sketch of Murad. These are the next three. After this, I have two extracts. So this is the first extract. And then I have the second extract. Now, I'll be discussing all the answers. So if you have jotted down points or if you want to write it, so you can take your time and write the answers and then come back and check the answers. So let's begin with the answers. So the first answer. The question is Aram says, I couldn't believe what I saw. So what did he see and why couldn't he believe it? One day Aram's cousin Murad came to his home at 4 in the morning and woke up in urgency. Looking out of the window, Aram could not believe what he saw. He saw Murad sitting on a beautiful white horse. He rubbed his eyes to check that he was not dreaming. So this is what he saw and he could not believe. So he rubbed his eyes. उसने अपनी आंखें दोबारा से मली देखने के लिए कि क्या वो ड्रीम तो नहीं कर रहा. So it was difficult for him to believe this because he knew that their whole tribe was poverty stricken and therefore nobody could afford a horse. Since they were famous for their honesty, Murad having stolen the horse was also something that he refused to believe. So दोनों चीजें वो believe नहीं कर सकता था. He knew कि because of poverty वो horse जो है वो खरीद नहीं सकते. लेकिन हॉर्स खरीद नहीं सकते तो मुराद के पास हॉर्स है. इट मेंट दैट ही हैड स्टोलन इट. पर वो ये भी बिलीव नहीं करना चाहता था बिकॉज देयर ट्राइब वाज फेमस फॉर ऑनेस्टी. सो ही वाज इन अ dilemma. So a question can even come, what was the dilemma going on in Aram's mind? Now question number 2. What was the narrator delighted and frightened at the same time? Sorry, why was the narrator delighted and frightened at the same time? Now the narrator was delighted to see the horse in front of him. It had been one of his longings to ride a horse. So to see, smell and even hear the horse breathing so close to him excited him. So this thing was very exciting for him. So horse was in front of him और उसकी जो बहुत देर की बहुत मन की इच्छा थी वो पूरी हो रही थी. But as he was aware that Murad couldn't have bought the horse because of the extreme poverty, they were extremely poor, he was afraid that he must have stolen it, and this thought was frightening for him. Next, how and why did Aram justify the act of stealing the horse? Now, Aram was stuck between his desire and tribe's honor. He wanted to fulfill his desire but uphold the tribe's honor too. So he wanted to do both the things. So he reasoned with himself that till the horse was not used for financial gain or was not put on sale, it was not the same as stealing. Above all, they had just taken the horse for the sake of pleasure of riding. He also felt that since they were crazy about horses, so a step like that taken to gratify their craze couldn't be considered stealing. So all these reasons he is giving to himself to satisfy and to justify the act of stealing the horse. What made Murad a crazy member of the Garuglian family? Where did he get that crazy streak from? So this is an important question. Murad was considered to be crazy by everyone except his cousin Aram. Murad enjoyed being alive than anybody else. He was adventurous and he wanted to live on his own terms. He had a way with animals, birds, and even people. He could handle any situation. Anything could be expected out of him. Aram felt that Murad was the natural descendant of this crazy streak which he had inherited from their uncle Khusro, who too had a strange temperament. So he was considered to be crazy, and all these were the traits that were found in Murad, and these were different from others. So therefore, Aram felt that he was a natural descendant of this crazy streak. Question number 5. Who was Uncle Khusro and why was he considered to be crazy? Uncle Khusro was the uncle of Murad and Aram. Before Murad, he was considered to be crazy. He was an enormous man with a powerful head and a large moustache. He was irritable and impatient by nature and would get furious easily. He could not stand anybody talking to him and would stop them by roaring, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." His craziness had no bounds. Once, when his own house was on fire, he quietened his son, who had come running to inform him about the tragic incident, by roaring, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." Thus, this strange behavior made him a crazy member of the Garuglian family. So you have to describe about his craziness And then you have to conclude that because of this strange behavior, he was considered the crazy member of Carolean family. Question number 6. Why did Aram say the distribution of the various kinds of spirit of our tribe had been from the beginning capricious and vagrant? Murad, who was considered to be crazy by everyone, was actually the son of Zurab, who was a simple and practical man. There was no sign of craziness in Zurab. But Murad was lively, adventurous, and enjoyed life to the fullest. According to Aram, this was not the only example in their tribe where a son had not inherited the traits from his father, but some other unpredictable traits from the tribe. नाउ मुराद जो है उसका जो रियल फादर है वो जोराब था, बट जोराब जो है वो बहुत सिंपल और प्रैक्टिकल मैन था. उस पे मुराद की लाइवलीनेस, एडवेंचर, ऐसी चीज़ें बिल्कुल नहीं थी. सो देयर वाज नो साइन ऑफ क्रेजीनेस इन जोराब. बट देन मुराद में ये सारी चीज़ें कहाँ से आई? सो अकॉर्डिंग टू एरम, मुराद जो है, he was not the only example in their tribe where a son had not inherited the traits from his father. So उनके ट्राइब में ऐसी चीज़ें कॉमन थी. सो सन में ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उसके फादर की ही सारी ट्रेट्स आए. सो कुछ ट्रेट्स जो हैं जो ट्राइब में थी, दे वर अनप्रडिक्टेबल एंड दे वर वेवरिंग. सो दोज ट्राइब्स दे वर also found in the members of the tribe. So, thus, a man could be the father of his son's flesh, but that did not mean he was also the father of his spirit. So, इसलिए ज़रूरी नहीं था कि जो बायोलॉजिकल फादर है उसके सारे ट्रेट्स जो हैं वो सन में आए, और जो सन में ट्रेट्स हैं वो कहीं ट्राइब में से बाहर से भी आ सकते थे. So therefore the distribution of the various kinds of spirit here means the traits of their tribe had been from the beginning capricious. Capricious means unpredictable. कुछ traits ऐसे हैं जो unpredictable, पता नहीं कहाँ से आ जाते थे, और so they were also unstable. And vagrant means wandering. So ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो father से ही आए हैं, वो कहीं और से भी आए. So those traits they were wandering. So that is why capricious and vagrant. What happened when Aram rode the horse for the first time? Now, Aram, like Murad, was crazy for horses. He also wanted to ride the horse alone like Murad. So, when he leapt onto the horse for the first time, the horse did not move for a while. For a moment, the most awful fear overcame him. So, he was sitting on the horse and he was surrounded by fear. The horse did not move. Then Murad instructed him to kick into the muscles of the horse. Once he did that, the horse reared and snorted and began to run. It became out of control. The horse entered a vineyard and began to leap over vines and threw Aram down before running away. So, when it was the first time that Aram was riding a horse, he was not successful. The horse threw Aram away and the horse ran away. Now, question number 8. How did Aram realize that Murad had been riding the horse for some time before? The sun was out by the time Aram and Murad were able to bring the horse back. Murad was thinking whether to take the horse back or hide it until the next morning because there were chances for them to be caught with the horse. So sun जो है वो ऊपर आ चुका था, that means it was already daybreak. So हो सकता है लोग जो है वो घरों से बाहर आ गए थे. So therefore Murad was thinking कि जो हॉर्स है उसको वापस ले लिया जाए या फिर उसको हाइड कर दिया जाए. But Murad didn't sound worried to Aram. Aram was hoping that Murad would hide the horse and not take it back. So Aram, क्योंकि हॉर्स राइडिंग का उसका बहुत शौक था और उस दिन वो हॉर्स राइडिंग नहीं कर सका था. So Aram was hoping कि मुराद जो है हॉर्स को वापस ना लेके जाए. So when he asked Murad about a place to hide it, Murad instantly answered that he knew a place. So मुराद ने एकदम से जवाब दिया, तो इसका मतलब था he already knew about a hiding place for the horse. So thus this instant reaction of Murad convinced Aram that the horse had been with him for quite some time. Now where did they hide the horse? Murad took the horse to the barn of a deserted vineyard, which at one time had been the pride of a farmer named Fetwaim. There were some oats and dry alfalfa in the barn for the horse to feed on. Murad had been hiding the horse there for almost a month. So it had been a month that Murad had been hiding the horse there. Who was John Brio and why was he sad? John Brio was an Assyrian farmer who lived alone. Out of his loneliness, he had learned to speak Armenian. He was a large man with a gentle heart. He was a good friend of the narrator's family. He was sad because his horse had been stolen for over a month and he couldn't understand what to do. The horse had cost him $60 and his soiree was no good without the horse. Because of pain in his left leg, he was unable to walk long distances without his horse. So, all this was creating a problem for him. So, because of all this, he was sad. Now, question number 11. Why did Aram run to Murad after the visit of John Bryo to their house? Aram overheard everything when John Bryo was narrating the theft of his horse to Uncle Khusro at the narrator's house. It was then that Aram realized that the horse that was with Murad belonged to John Bryo. So he ran to Murad to tell him about the visit of John Bryo and also to convince him not to return the horse until he learned to ride. So he was actually there not to convince him to return the horse, but to convince him to keep the horse. Now, why did Murad name the horse My Heart? Murad was passionate about horses. It was his inherent desire to ride one. So, when John Bryo asked him about the name of the horse, he told him that the horse's name was My Heart. He named it so because it was his heartfelt desire, his only longing to ride a horse. So it was very close to his heart. So which he was able to fulfill through John Bryo's horse. So therefore he named it as My Heart. Now question number 13. Was John Bryo sure that it was his horse? Why didn't he claim it then? This is again an important question. John Bryo knew his horse well. At the first look only he had recognized his horse. To confirm, he checked the mouth of the horse, which proved that it was his horse. But he didn't claim his horse because he was well aware of the honesty of the Garoglian tribe. So he felt it would not be correct to question the integrity of Murad and Aram, who were the children of the tribe. Rather than believing his eyes, so he said that the horse seemed to him to be a twin of his horse. Now, perhaps he wanted to give a chance to the boys to realize their mistake and take the right step. So, in spite of being convinced that it was his horse, he did not claim it. So, first reason is because he knew about the honesty of the Garoglian family, so he didn't want to question their integrity. And second is perhaps he was thinking that maybe he should give a chance to the boys to realize their mistake, and the boys themselves will return the horse. And that was what happened. So, question number 14. Why did the boys take the horse back to John Bryo's vineyard after their meeting with him? John Bryo's chance meeting with the boys forced them to choose between right and wrong, one of the principles their tribe was known for. John Bryo showed his unflinching faith in the honesty of their parents and their tribe. Even after having a look into the mouth of the horse, he chose not to blame the boys for stealing the horse. This attitude of John Bryo touched the boys and they became conscience stricken. Thus, they took the horse back to John Bryo's vineyard the next morning after their meeting with him. Question number 15, character sketch of Murad. So this is again important. Murad personifies adventure in the story. So whatever Murad does, not everyone did that. So therefore, he personifies adventure. He personifies liveliness. He personifies excitement. In the story, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan, he is a 13-year-old Armenian boy who belongs to the Garoglian tribe, famous for its honesty and integrity. The whole tribe is poverty stricken but still values their morals. Murad, too, is proud of his family's ethics and morals. Though his father is Zorab, who is a simple and practical man, Murad is considered the natural descendant of the crazy streak in their tribe. Because of this crazy gene, he is a free spirit. He wants to live his life on his own terms. He enjoys being alive and is ready to take risks, but is no harm to anyone. He is a caring elder cousin to Aram. He knows that, like him, Aram too has a fascination for horse riding. Therefore, instead of enjoying horse riding by himself, he invites Aram too. He is compassionate towards animals and has a knack for them. Though he steals the horse of John Bryo, he takes good care of it. He listens to his heart rather than his mind, because of which he doesn't find anything wrong in stealing John Bryo's horse and keeping it with him for over a month, as it is taken just for the pleasure of riding. So he thinks that it is just for the pleasure of riding. This temporary conflict of an immature teenager between his fascination and upkeeping with the family's name is soon resolved in the end, when John Briar shows his unflinching faith in their tribe's traditions. Thus, he is able to gain the appreciation of the readers for deciding in favor of his family name and uphold their principles. So, in the end, you have to give your viewpoint about the character. So, in the end, he is able to gain the appreciation of the readers. So, you have to write about the physicals, whatever unknown, and then about the mental traits, and then what he does and how the story builds that character. So, this is the character sketch of Murad. Now, next question. In the story, we find that Murad has a way with birds, animals, and even humans. So, what does this suggest about Murad? Murad has a way with birds, animals, and even humans. This shows his compassionate side and also that he is adept to handle any situation. Within a few days, he is able to tame the horse. Under his care, the horse becomes better tempered and strong. He even tends to the injured robin, that is the bird, and his aura is such that the dogs do not bark in his presence. He very tactfully manages to come out of the situation when he comes face to face with John Bry. So this suggests that how tactful, self-confident Murad was. 17th now. What made the Garuglian family or tribe unique? The Garuglian tribe was an Armenian tribe. The whole tribe was poverty stricken. Though they lived in deep poverty, they always had enough money to keep food in their bellies. The unique trait of the tribe was their honesty. They were famous for their honesty for something like 11 centuries. They were proud first, honest next, and after that they believed in right and wrong. No one in the tribe could think of taking advantage of anybody in the world. So, this is in brief about the Garuglian family. Question number 18. Do you think Murad and Uncle Khusro they were similar in any way? If yes, how? If not, how? So now this is an exploratory question that is thinking out of the text. Now Murad was believed to be the natural descendant of the crazy streak in Garuglian tribe. Before him, it was Uncle Khusro who showed some signs of craziness. Now, Adam says that Murad has got that crazy streak from Uncle Khusro. But do you think they were similar in any way? So that is the question. So we have to, as we read the story, do we find any similarity between the two? So let's see that. Now, but this crazy streak showed different attributes in both of them. So if we read the story, we find that both they are very different. Uncle Khusro was very irritable, impatient, and got angry at trifles. He didn't let anybody speak and quietened them with his roaring. On the other hand, Murad was a lively boy. He was adventurous and wanted to live on his own terms. He was very patient, both with animals as well as people. He had a way with everything. So he handled everything with patience, whereas Uncle Khusro did not have any patience. So, thus, we can say that both did possess unconventional traits, referred to as crazy streak by Aram, but they were not similar in any way. So, this is the answer. They did have that crazy streak. That crazy streak is some unconventional traits that are different from others. But both of them, they were of different temperament. They were not similar in any way. Question number 19. So we have here the extract based questions. Are you inviting a member of the Garuglian family to steal? The horse must go back to its true owner. So who says the above line and to whom? It is Murad is the speaker and he's speaking to Aram. Why is the speaker saying so? Murad says so because Aram tells him to keep the horse with him until he learns to ride. Why is the horse with them? Both Murad and Aram they are passionate about horses. They have an intense longing to ride a horse. Thus, Murad has stolen that horse for the pleasure of riding. Who is the true owner of the horse? John Brio is the true owner of the horse. Now, what is the irony in the given statement? The horse doesn't belong either to Murad or Aram or anybody else in their family. It is a stolen horse. So it is ironical that Murad questions Aram for inviting him to steal the horse that is already stolen by him. So Murad is saying that are you inviting him to steal when the horse is already stolen by him? So this is ironical. Now next extract. I'm not worried about you, he shouted. Who is he and you in the above line? Now he is Murad and you is Aram in the above line. And what had happened to you? Now, Adam had fallen from the horse while trying to ride alone. Why is he not worried about you? Murad is not worried about Adam because he's concerned about the horse that has run away. So his major concern is to get that horse back. What did he want you to do? So Murad wanted Adam to help him in locating the horse. Now comes the bonus question, that is the irony. The story is replete with irony. The story opens with Murad riding a stolen horse and Adam describing the values and principles for which the tribe is famous for, honesty being one of them. So story के starting में ही हॉर्स जो है वो चुराया हुआ हॉर्स है, स्टीलिंग ऑफ द हॉर्स दैट बिकम्स क्लियर एंड एडम जो है वो डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है कि हमारी जो ट्राइब है दैट इज नोन फॉर द प्रिंसिपल्स, दैट इज फेमस फॉर ऑनेस्टी. So right in the beginning there's irony. The two boys, they are proud of the family traditions, but it is ironical that with a history of deep rooted honesty of more than 11 centuries, they are tempted for a dishonest act and want to keep the horse with them. Adam is even ready to keep the horse for a year. Again, Murad doesn't want both of them to be liars in case they are caught. So he prepares Adam to say that they had started riding that morning only. So again, this is a lie. Irony also lies in the fact that Adam, who soon realizes that it is a stolen horse, rather than standing up for his tribe's traditions, he finds it convenient to justify the act by reasoning that the act would be called stealing only if they offer the horse to sell. So again, there's irony. Rather than telling Murad to return the horse, so he finds it convenient to justify the act. And ironically, in spite of all this, in the end, it is their family's reputation that saves them from ruining the name of the tribe. So, throughout, they have been going against the family tradition, but ironically, in the end, it is the family's tradition that saves them from ruining the name of their tribe. So, this is irony in the story. So that's all for today. 20 important questions from the chapter. Hope you will find these helpful. So do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Also check the playlist for other videos for class 11. Bye for now. Till the next video. Happy watching.